everybody, welcome back to another video. Today is my 21st birthday. Whoa. Can't believe 21, legal everywhere now. It's still not processing in my brain that I'm 21. I just figured out that I was 20. So I have like some fun plans for my birthday. Not a lot. Kind of keeping it mellow. I mean, last year I went to Disney, so I'm not complaining. But I'm going out to dinner with some friends and then going to a movie with Jada, who also shares the same birthday as me. She is turning 20, I'm turning 21, and it's gonna be so much fun. We're gonna go see The Nun 2, but we're gonna do some fun makeup today. So, I wanted to do a fun birthday clown, which kind of looks spooky. I don't know. We're just gonna have some fun, play with some makeup, and enjoy the day. So we're just gonna have fun with today's look. There's really no plan for it. Yeah, I'm gonna go see a movie and dinner, and it's gonna be really fun. But I did not, to be honest, I did not picture myself where I am at. And honestly, I had two pictures of where I'd be. One was very unrealistic, and one was honestly undermining myself. So I just concealed my eyelids because we're looking a little tired today, and I'm going to be going with Michaela X Glamlight palette. So let's get into this. Let's have some real chat. We are family. I wasn't making that face because I was making this face because I couldn't pick up the brush. Talk about pretty much my entire life. I always had kind of two versions of myself, and like kind of predictions for myself. One was always very unrealistic as a kid, but I didn't know that because, you know, as a kid you don't know better, you want the best for yourself. And then as I grew a little bit older, I still always had that, like, not expectation, but that kind of thought of where I could be. And then as I got older and things started playing, I kind of grew with that to kind of see where I'd be. So the one that when I was really young and I pictured being 21, of course I pictured that being really old. And now that I'm 21, I'm like, that's not old. 50 isn't even old anymore. Like, 50 used to be ancient to me, and I'm like, it's not that old. I mean, my brother is 28, and I used to think he was old, and all his friends were old, and he was really like 17 when I thought that. Anyways, so when I was younger, I always thought that at 21, I'd be married, have built my house, and, you know, have my business up and going, and all my dreams would have came true by 21. That's kind of the standpoint that I held for myself, and having that expectation for myself made a lot of my years difficult because I spent a lot of my years upset with myself for that. We're not on track for that, you know, it's not happening, I'm getting older and I'm not there. I would see a lot of people younger than me that were famous and rich and for where I wanted to be, and they're younger than me, and I'm like, ugh, you know, I'm not doing it properly. And I was really hard on myself. So I decided, you know what, that's not a realistic expectation for the cards I was dealt with. And I was great. I have great cards that were dealt. Like, I'm blessed for the cards I've been dealt. But the people that were younger and famous were dealt different cards. Maybe their families were famous. Maybe they had, you know, their families pushed them into acting and they weren't happy with it. Like, you never saw behind the closed doors. So I really needed to rework my mind. Um, but honestly, I didn't see myself living with my parents at 21, but I have to remind myself that I am moving to Victoria in a couple of months. Um, I'll get into that in a different video. Oops. Anyways, I'm moving to Victoria in a couple months, so it's not like I'm living with my parents without like an end date. And living with your parents, that's perfectly fine at any age. It's perfectly fine. Like, if that's just like what you want to do it. Like, I'm not docking living with your parents. I mean, I do it. I've done it pretty much my entire life. I moved back into my parents' house. It's like, I'm not knocking it, but it's not what I pictured. I kind of pictured, being out on my own, and I think I pictured that and had such high standards because my brother was out at 18 with his girlfriend. He moved out at 18 with his high school sweetheart, and now they're married and they have a kid, and so like I kind of held that standpoint for myself that at 21 I'd be married because my parents got married at 21. My brother was around 21 and they proposed to each other at 19, and when I was 19 I'm like, why is my boyfriend not proposing? Hmm? And then I left. Not because of that. Not because of that. um anyways, so my life turned out completely different than what I grew up with and what I thought I would have because I don't have a high school sweetheart. I'm not married, I'm not getting married, I'm not engaged, I'm not, I don't even have a boyfriend right now. I don't have a partner. I'm single at 21, and it's not what I thought because I'm like, oh, it runs in the family. Well, I broke that tradition. Oopsies. um but I'm not worried about it. I used to be worried about it, but I'm not. And what I saw for myself isn't where I'm at, but it's also I didn't see all the memories and the good parts that would be coming from where I am at. And that's what I'm most grateful for is the stories, the memories, the hardships, the lessons, everything that has come with getting to where I'm at in this moment. I'm grateful for. I mean, sure, I would love to have my love of my life and be building my house and business up and running and everything be established by now, but that's not what everybody's cards are. And I still have a lot of life lessons to learn. I still have a lot of people to meet, a lot of things to go through, a lot of things to figure out. But that's okay. Sometimes life just takes the slower route. But in the end, I'll get there. And that's on maturing. I also never saw myself going to college. I was like, no, after high school, I'm done. Because where I live in BC, you don't need, for the beauty world, all you need is your health and safety. You don't need any training, you don't need anything. And I was like, you know what, I'm already like really good at this. And I'll get like certificates online, which I did. But I was like, you know what, I don't need to go to college. I thought about going to Blanche, which is his school in Vancouver. It was really expensive, and I did not want to move to Vancouver, to be honest. But so I never really saw myself going to college. Like, I always thought about it. I was like, maybe I'll go for like psychology, and I still might one day. Like, I've always kind of pictured myself being in like my 30s and 40s, sitting at my desk in my like building for my business, working on college. But never at this age that I pictured that. And lo and behold, I'm going to college for esthetician. Because even though you don't need your like schooling and stuff, the way that I thought about it is that I would trust somebody more that's gone through the hours of schooling and has a portfolio build up rather than somebody that says, I'm good. So, yeah. But like I said, I'll be in another video, which is basically, I basically outed it in all of my videos, but whatever. I'm not good at keeping secrets. So, even though it's not where I thought I would be, I'm grateful for where I am because I'm glad that I still have everything to go through and that it's not all done yet. Everything is still up in the air and exciting and not just a memory just yet. Because 21 is so young. And I realized that I had that expectation for myself because I didn't think 21 was young. And granted, I was like 8. But, I mean, my dad was in the military, or is, but, like, that's why they got married so young, is because he was being posted around and wanted my mom to come. So they got married. And my brother has been living with his girlfriend since 2013. So, I mean, they were practically married forever. So it's like things work out differently for everybody's situations. And I was so like hooked on wanting to get married that I don't even know if I wanted to get married because I wanted to be married or because I thought at that time is when you should. And I think that's the reason that I wanted to. Because talking about it, I mean, caused a lot of arguments, but that I won't get into. But it didn't excite me like I thought it would. So that's kind of how I knew that, like, no, this isn't it. So I feel like I really just wanted to get married because that's what I thought was how it worked. That's what I thought, like, the time was. And you don't have a time limit. You can get married in your 80s. You can get married in your 30s. So I am just playing it out and living my best single life, and somebody will come when they're supposed to. And it will all be perfect. The biggest thing that I've learned for myself is yes, hold expectations for myself. So, like, my expectation is, not to give up on myself and not to stop pushing myself, not to give up and, like, only. I don't want to, like, lowball myself and only hold myself to, like, small expectations so that way they can always be met. I want to strive high, but I need to remind myself to not overdo it and to have smaller expectations to lead myself to the bigger ones. Just having fun. I'm going to be going in with the Mehron Makeup Paint Palette, taking the light pink. We're going to just have fun. I know I wanted to, like, save most of, like, the talking about stuff for the dedicated video, but something I did want to mention in this video so that one day I can look back on it. I was so hard on myself growing up for being like, dude, you're 19, you're not where you're wanting to be, like, come on, get it together. You're 19 struggling with money, you're 20 struggling with money, like, things like that. And now that I'm 21, I mean, it's literally a day. Like, I'm not even 21 yet. Today is Saturday, tomorrow's my birthday. Let's just get into that. But now that it's like my 21st year, now that I'm going into my 21st year, it's like, I realized that 1, you still have your entire life ahead of you. 2, you don't have to have it all figured out right away. And 3, for years upon years, I always said that I wanted to move to Victoria. And then when Wesley was born, my nephew, all the time I ever talked about moving to Victoria was always, I want to move before he's 5. I want to move before he's 5 because I wanted to be there and be a present aunt, and I wanted him to remember who I am and remember the memories of who I am and not just that I'm another aunt. I wanted to be the one that he's excited to see, the one that is the fun aunt that takes him out to do things. And like, I want that connection. I want a family connection. I want to build a better connection with my family because, I mean, I'm grateful for all the things that I've gotten to see with my dad being in the military, but I also sacrificed not being able to see my family growing up and having that connection that everybody has. I've seen a lot of my family members have connections with each other and like all these family events that they got to do, and I wasn't there. So it's like I want to be able to build that better connection and be present. So I wanted to move before he's 5, and I'll be moving when he's a year and a half. So it's like, that's huge. That's cool to me that I did it. Taking the One Size Beauty eyeliner in Bodacious Black. Now I'm going to do the face. So for foundation, I'm going to be taking the e.l.f. CC Cream. I'm almost out of this. I got that back in like August. So I'm kind of proud of myself for using it up, but at the same time, sad I'm using it out because then I have to go buy another one and I don't really want to need makeup right now. But we can't do this without foundation. I mean, we can just do big face paints and stuff, but like, you know. Don't put anything underneath the eye so it doesn't get cakey. So we're kind of doing like a glam clown. Just a fun glam clown. I have so much work to do today because Halloween season is coming upon us very, very fast, and it is currently 1 o'clock. And this is the first out of 7 or 6 looks that I need to do. 7 videos. Actually, like 10 videos, but I'm hoping we can do it. I know we can. Okay, for concealer, I'm going to be taking the Shape Tape concealer, and this is in shade Light. And it's darker than my foundation, but that's okay because we're broke girly. For a broke girl living on a budget. Balling on a budget. Oh my gosh. Cash Beauty Bronzing Stick. Rare Beauty Cream Blush, or Liquid Blush, and this is in Believe. We're going to powder with the One Size Beauty Translucent Powder. e.l.f. Bronzer. Kylie Blush from Kylie Cosmetics, Baddie on the Block. And Kylie Highlight. Ice Me Out. I'm very grateful for a lot of things that have happened in my life in the past 21 years. I mean, first of all, I've made it 21 years being alive. I will never say that because I still have to wait till tomorrow to say that, but like 21 years and we've done pretty good. Must say we've done pretty good. Okay, so now we're going to work on the brows. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Brow Lift gel. I love doing like a fluffy brow. I have a strong gut feeling that 21 is going to be okay. Knock on wood. But I think I'm going to like this here. So, what I'm going to do again is take that pink and I'm going to draw the Virgo sign because we're a Virgo clown. And now we're gonna go in with some black eyeliner from my previous brand. That's another thing I want to work on. I want to bring my brand back. That's another video though. Okay, and now we're gonna draw the fun clown lines, but my camera's gonna die. Of course. I'm making popcorn, so bear with that. Okay, so what we did is put the triangles for the traditional clown, did a little heart nose, outline my lips, and the lipstick I'm using is the Pure X Barbie one. I love this, like, woo. I play with it like all day. And it's just in the shade Innovator. It's like a beautiful, like, mauve-y pink. So I put an initial layer on, and then I outlined it all in the black, and then went over again with the lipstick so that it all kind of blended together. Time to add the lashes. So I'm just going to be doing these Ardell lashes in Cheeky. And then, of course, with the Lime Crime Astronomical. Okay, for my hair, I'll take it out. I think I'm going to do 2 pigtails. Like messy pigtails. But I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Comment down below when your birthday is. Maybe you have a birthday twin out there. And I will be doing a birthday vlog, so definitely stay tuned for that if you're interested. And I can't wait for Halloween. This is making me so excited. But thank you so much for watching and being on this journey with me. And I hope to make you proud and myself proud during my 21st year. So all my socials will be linked down below. It would mean a lot if you could follow, and I would love if you subscribe to my channel. Be the best birthday gift in the world if you could subscribe and like this video. And go like this photo on Instagram. I would love it. And thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.